What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner lesson on Even If by MercyMe. Guys, the very first thing that you need to know for Even If by MercyMe is that you need a capo on the 3rd fret. The next thing that you want to know for Even If is the 4 chords we're going to use for this song. The first one is D, the next one is A, the next one is B minor, and the last one is G. And I'm going to have chord charts in the comments below for all of these for those of you who need them. Alright guys, we're going to dive right in here. Usually I'd throw our strum pattern in this part, but we start with a picking part for this. So we're actually going to go ahead and start with that picking part, and I'll give you guys a strum pattern later when we get there. So our first chords for our verse are going to be D, A, B minor, and G in that order, and we're just going to repeat those. So we're going to start with this picking pattern over here, and what we're going to have is it's all going to be within our chords. We're not going to do anything outside of our chords, so we're just going to have those 4 chords in that order, and we're going to basically pick the bottom 3 strings of each chord over and over again. So what we're going to do for our first one is we're going to have this D chord. We're going to hang out on this D chord a little while longer than all the other ones because it's throughout the intro. So what we're going to do is, I think in the beginning it hangs out on this D chord for about 6 times through. But what we're going to do is we're going to go E, B, G, E, B, G. So we're going to do that about 6 times in the beginning that's the intro and then going into the next chord. So 6 times on that D chord, but we're going to really only play that 4 times in the second verse. And I believe there's a 3rd verse as well. So we're going to do that, so like I said, 4 times excluding the intro. And we're going to pop up to our A chord. And we're going to go B, G, D, B, G, D, B, G, D, B, G, D 4 times like that. Then we're going to go to our B minor, same thing. B, G, D, B, G, D, B, G, D, B, G, D. And lastly, we're going to go to our G. And we're, same thing. B, G, D, B, G, D, G, G, B, G, D, B, G, D. And guys, that's going to be our verse. That's it. That's just going to be our verse right there. We're going to repeat that several times, and then we're going to go into the pre-chorus from there. Now, before we get away from verse, that doesn't really go through the whole song. It kind of pops in and out a couple of times. So you have a couple options for strum pattern there once you get out of that picking part. For strum pattern there, you can either do single down strums, and then just do 2 down strums or 4 down strums per chord, depending on how you want to do that, how you want to set your tempo for your song. This whole song is kind of a build, so you want to start really small, get really big. It's very common in Christian songs like this and worship songs. So if you're doing this in a worship setting, you want to really start small with it probably, and you want to kind of build it up. So a way to do that is just start with the single down strums. And then, as you go along, pick that up just a little bit more. Alright guys, going into pre-chorus, really similar thing with strum pattern here. What we're going to do is same thing, we're going to kind of start with just single down strums for our first pre-chorus, and then I'll show you what you can do with our strum pattern here in a second if you want to get a little bit more complex with it, and like I said, as you build it, you can get bigger and use this strum pattern. So our chords for our pre-chorus are going to be A, B minor, and G. I'm going to play G for 2 counts. So, like I said, you can stick with single down strums, or once you get a little further into the song and you want to start building it up, you can go down, down, up, twice per chord. So, with that strum pattern, what that will look like, the pre-chorus, will look about like this. Now, before we get into chorus, what I wanted to say is that you can actually use that same strum pattern throughout the song. So basically, like I said, again, I know I keep kind of, beating this into the ground, but it's a build. The whole song is a build. So you want to start really small with just that picking and just single down strums and that kind of thing. And as you go through the song, you build it, build it, build it, build it, build it. And you can use that same strum pattern that we just used, that down, down, up twice. You can use that on the verse, you can use it on the pre-chorus, and you can use it on the chorus. So that's what we're going to be doing for chorus. We're going to start our chorus with just single down strums because that first chorus is very mellow. And then we're going to build it up and use that down, down, up twice per chord for each one. So I'm not going to show the single down strums on every part. I just wanted to, you guys know what single down strums sound like. So I'll just show the actual strum pattern that I'm using. But just so you guys know, that's kind of what I'm doing with that. And if I was going to play this song at church, this is how I would do it. So guys, our chorus chords are actually exactly the same as our verse chords. It's going to be D, A, B minor, and G. And then, like I said, we're going to do that down, down, up once we get the chorus big. So again, same thing, like I said, 2 times, down, down, up, and that'll look about like this. Guys, the very last thing that you need to know for even if is the bridge. Now what we're going to be doing on the bridge is very, very easy. It's just going to be B minor, G, D, and A. We're going to play through that twice, and then we're going to kind of end on that G. We're going to go, after we play through that progression twice, we're going to go back to the G, and we're just going to build that into another chorus. So just kind of down strummed, build it up big, 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 and then go into another chorus. So what that'll look like, what we're going to do as far as strumming on that bridge is we're going to do 2 small, really light down strums per chord. And we're going to pick up, it'll be a little quicker than all the other ones maybe, but it'll look kind of like this. And build that G into the chorus. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play Even If by MercyMe. This is a beautiful worship song. I love it. It's really fun to play. It's cool, and it's actually not too terribly difficult. As always, if you guys have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I have about 345 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least about 1 a day. I'm trying to get about 1 a day up lately. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, this is a perfect channel for you to check out. I hope you guys enjoy playing this song. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it's a very beautiful song. And I'll see y'all very soon.